not just a full suite. That voice is always fucking scary. You're going to notice X, Y, and Z, right? Do you have questions, anything about the product? Hey, and by the way, the reason why I want to, and you always give reasons as to why you point the client in a direction, but let's tie back for a second. So I just said this, you will never outperform the person that you think you are inside of your own head. Now, I think I'm going to lay this concept to rest this week. Forget how you guys show up online, whatever you guys do on Zoom calls, whatever you guys say on stories, really go back inside of your head. Like just go fucking, and I do this every single night. So it's not something to be embarrassed about. It's not something that you're too cool or whatever the case is. Me, the guy that's always yelling on Instagram, the guy that's going nuts always. I constantly sell myself on my business every single night. Because if I feel like I constantly ask, hey, am I worth this number every single night? Am I worth this monthly number? Like, do I feel like I'm worth it? Fuck anything. Do I feel like I'm worth the number? No, why not? What's happening? Is it going back to something that I heard last week inside of my business where somebody told me I can't do it? Is it because I experienced so much attrition that now I'm starting to sell myself out of it? Is it going back to, I'm trying to uncover the layers. I can never outperform the person that I think I am inside of my own head. So I'm asking myself, hey, do I feel like I'm worth $10,000 a month? And if you don't, I'm telling you guys, forget the sales thing for a second. I'm going to dive into it tonight and we'll go in heavy into it. If you don't, you will always do actions inside of your business that don't equate to the number that you wanted. Meaning, if you generally don't feel like you're worth $10,000 to $15,000 a month, $100,000 a month, which by the way, I would stop doing this whole $10,000 a month thingy. Like, just stop it. The people that are all in the business, part-timers, great. But the people that are all in, don't do the $10,000 a month thing. Don't do it. Okay. Don't do the 20,000. Stop making the goal so small, because I'll tell you what, and there's a lot of people on here like, oh my God, why? No, that's so much money. Well, I'll tell you why. Energy follows your goals. So if your goal is $10,000, right? Remember what I said like last week? I think I said this on a live. I said, make the sound when you hit $10,000 a month. Woo, I hit 10. Make the sound when you hit $50,000 a month. Holy shit, $50,000 a month. Make the sound when you hit $100,000 a month. You'd be going nuts. Make the sound when you do $1 million a month. You'd be going fucking crazy. So the reason why I'm like, hey, if you lack energy inside of your business, maybe it's because the future vision of your goal is not exciting enough. And if it's not exciting enough, like if you're not going to cry, I said, when you hit your goal, then it's not exciting enough. You shouldn't be doing it. So if in order to just up the goal, so you up your energy and you up your emotions, the reason why you're fucking lazy is because $5,000 a month is not getting you emotional. It's not. So you're not going to do actions that equate to anything, because it's like, oh fuck, 5,000 would be nice to have or whatever, that'd be cool. But if you were to be like, holy shit, what would $100,000 a month look like? And then you attach the emotion towards that goal, and then you attach the emotion towards that goal, and then your actions follow. So maybe the goal's too small. Maybe the energy is low because the goal's too small. It's not that exciting. Just make the noise when you hit your goal at the end of the month. If you're not bawling in tears, up it. Okay, so let's dive into this. Upselling products. Okay, so let's say we already have current clients, and then we're gonna go cold clients, but go on current clients for a second, right? I want you to think of this. Sales is like an image. So you're always painting out an image for your prospect. You're always painting out an image for your prospect. Your prospect don't think in words. They think of this visual. When you call somebody, they're trying to picture you, who you are. Your words create an image, right? You're like, why is this guy saying this? Because it's like an art. So if I'm trying to upsell somebody on something, right? You never think in words. You never do. You always think in a scenario, okay? When you're buying something, just think of it. Even when you're buying something, you're thinking about you, like you're buying a shake, you're going to the gym, you're thinking about you on the beach, how your body looks. Physical, words, but you're thinking about a picture in your head. So you're like, Daniel, why does this matter? Well, I'll tell you why it matters. Okay, number one, words create an image. You don't think in terms of words. You think in terms of images inside of your head. Meaning if you think of mom, think of mom. Did you think of MOM, or you thought of mother? You thought of your mother. You looked at mother, you thought this picture of mother. You didn't think of MOM, right? I said this a while back. So if you're thinking, if you know, like the words create a certain image, right? I'm not thinking of words. So words create a certain image. Why is this psycho guy telling me this? Well, now when you call Sierra and you're like, hey, Sierra, it's one of your VIPs, or your voice noting Sierra, which by the way, you should never be selling somebody a product. Every single upsell that you guys do, and you just message them just for an upsell, you've already lost. You're done. You've already lost. You're done. And I know I know you probably heard this before, but nail in the coffin right now. If you're just messaging people to sell them a product, you lost. It's a turnoff. It's like the friend that just calls you to fucking complain. Eventually you're just like, yeah, I'm done with you. It's over. It's like the dude that's texting you at just 11 o'clock at night. Hey, you up? What are you doing? What the fuck? Why didn't you never text me? You're done. It's over. You lost all credibility. You lost a relationship. It's over. So why am I saying something like this? Because to me, it's like, you got to eat, like, okay, just look at your customer. Okay, what have you done? What have you done outside of the business? What have you done outside of the business so they're receptacle to you when you have a recommendation for you or for them? Christmas cards, this, fucking apple pies, whatever the case is. By the way, you will not do anything extra inside of your business. I'm just going to tell you guys something. You will never go the extra mile inside of your business, going back to what I said in the beginning, if you don't feel like you're worth an actual 6-figure, 7-figure business. You will never make pumpkin pies with people's name on them. You won't. You'll think that's stupid. But my agent does it. You'll never have wine bottles engraved with people's name on them and send them out. You won't. You want to know why? My agent knows she's worth 7 figures a year, my real estate agent. So she's going to fucking do that because she respects the business. But if you don't feel like you're worth something, your actions, again, going back to it, just ask yourself, your actions will dictate exactly how you feel about your business. So now I said, where was I? Oh yeah, upselling with words. So don't just hit up on the sale, touch base, just to touch base, how are things, blah, blah, blah. Add some value when you touch base. Give them a thing about skincare, not associated towards a product and an upsell. Because if you always come in for the hook, they're going to stop. So when you get data and you guys get research, there's so much data and research that your company spends massive loads of time and money on that you guys can probably pluck up and send to customers. Hey, by the way, Jen, I just thought you read this article. Fucking insane. By the way, hope you're amazing. If you need help with anything, let me know. Have an amazing day. Bye. Done. Anyways, so now watch. This is how the upsell goes with a current client. Hey, Melissa, let's do voice though for a second. Hey, Melissa, hope you're freaking well. How's everything? What are you up to? What's new these days? Let them engage back, just like it's a regular conversation. Just don't go right in for the death kill for a second. What's new these days? Oh, Janet, Daniel, I'm amazing, blah, blah, blah. Hey, listen, real quick, something super exciting. I was thinking about you last night based on our last conversation that we had like 2.5 weeks ago. One, stop. Remember when I said words create an image? This is how you properly reach out. Hey, I was thinking back on our conversation that we had 3 weeks ago before I went to bed last night. Something came up because we have somebody inside of our company that was dealing with, you know, XYZ problems inside of their skin or whatever the case is. So boom, I thought about you right away. Why? I'm creating an image. I'm creating this image of reality of her thinking of Daniel going to bed at nighttime, thinking of me going through my Instagram, seeing a result of somebody that, you know, healed eczema, whatever the case is. And there's a bunch of products that are going to tailor towards, hey, by the way, I thought of you. And what I wanted to do is, just because right now the company is offering what I strongly recommend, right? I'm going to send you over something. What I strongly recommend is you take a look at these products and maybe invest into them, right? To see, right, if it can help solve XYZ. Watch, wait, pause. Let's keep going with this. So first I'm creating my storyline. So whatever your storyline is as to why you reached out with somebody, if you do not create a why, and it's just because of a discount, you are now selling that individual. People like nobody wants to be talked at, everybody wants to be talked to. There's a big difference. So if you reach out to somebody, be like, hey, there's a flash sale, let me know if you need anything. How the fuck is that person special anymore? Your job in sales is to make that person feel like they're the only person in the world. That's your job in sales, is to make that person feel important. It's like when you reach out to somebody over Instagram, the 3 main things that you're trying to elicit is, this is how I found you. This is what somebody's thinking. Remember I said this was on a Wednesday call. This is all a prospect's thinking when you reach out to them on Instagram. How the fuck did you find me? Why do I need to buy your shit? And why should I buy it off you? One more time. How did you find me? Why should I listen to you? Or why me? Why am I special? Why should I work for your company? Okay, why me? And now why you? That's all somebody's asking in their head. How did you find me? This takes a little bit of empathy. This takes caring. So you could say whatever you want in the world, by the way, team. You could be like, hey, by the way, love your hair. No, how did you find me? Hey, I seen you on X. This is what a human, this is the thing that nobody's talking about. This is what a human goes through in their head. When somebody reaches out to me, the first thing I think about is like, hey, how the fuck do you know me? How'd you find me? And I'm on Instagram 24/7 making videos. You've never seen me a day off. I still when people come up to me and hey, dude, how do you know me? What's up? How do you know me? It's the first thing I'm thinking about. A guy reaches out to you, doesn't matter how much he compliments you. He can compliment you fucking head to toe. On Instagram, you're still going to think in the back of your head, he could say anything. How the F did this person find me? So if you sell to others like you would like to be sold, you translate that back into a business conversation. It's like, hey, by the way, I just seen you on the Explore page. I see you in Miami. This is how I found you. Why you? The reason why. This is what somebody's asking. Okay, now why me? Why am I important? Why am I important? So I'm saying this as an upsell conversation and a cold DM. Why is that person important? How are you making that person feel important? Hey, I noticed XYZ. Okay, now you're talking to the person. I noticed XYZ on your profile. Okay, now you're talking to somebody and not at somebody. And then after, I'm not going to go into the cold DM for a second, then you got to sell yourself on why they should partner up with you. Those are the three main structures of a cold DM. But same thing when you're upselling a product team. When you're upselling a product, it's the exact same thing. Hey, listen, I was thinking about you and the conversation that we have. And the moment I was waiting for, like, you got to get excited. I was waiting, myself and a couple other VIPs inside the business was waiting for Monet to have his flash sale. And the reason I reached out to you first before anybody else, right? I don't want you to like fucking, and I always say this, whether you're trying to sell an opportunity or a product, the reason why I reached out to you first, right? The reason why I reached out to you right away is because I don't want you to come back in like 2 months and be like, Angela, why didn't you tell me? Daniel, why didn't you tell me something about this? So I'm getting you off this first because what you told me about a month and a half ago is that I think you wanted . If you listen, you can see people's pains, what they want inside of their life or their skin or their hair, because you wanted XYZ. So I strongly recommend you take a look at the products and maybe invest in a few of the products. So I strongly recommend, because everybody likes a recommendation. And when you give a recommendation, it's like, now we're friends. And I'm also a consultant to you. And by the way, you will not recommend, just like you're recommending online, hey, use the power of recommendation. Here, I would strongly recommend that you take a look at these and invest in them. If you have any questions, let me know. But I just want to see, the results in the next 6 months, because a lot of people have been getting . Let me know if you have any questions and I'll walk you through the whole process, or I'll send you over the link and I'll walk you through everything. And I would love to see the result. And watch now, watch, I'm going to keep going with this. Remember when I talked about your words? Future pace somebody with the products. You want to get people enrolled in the products before they even bought emotionally. So your words can get people involved in a business or products before they even purchased. What does that mean? So it's like, hey, by the way, and I would like to know in the next month and a half, how your skin, if you don't mind, give me the testimonial, how your volume in your hair just, increased, whatever you can say. I'm not good with the hair and skincare language, okay? But I would love to know in the next month and a half, all the results that you experience, blah, blah. Talk to them. What's the product going to give them? Emotionally enroll an individual with what the products are going to give them. Shoot me over a quick video testimonial, Hey, love you, take care. I'm going to send you over the product. Bye. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, team, first, wait, I'm going to pause for a second. Does anybody have any questions on the right-hand side of the chat? Because I know it's going super quick, and I hope everybody's taking notes right now. But does anybody have questions on the right-hand side of the chat? Okay, I'm going to talk about closing on products right now and upselling packages. Now, I've been on this whole thing over the last, okay, no, everybody's good. I guess everybody's glued to paper. Okay. I've been on this whole thing over the last week or so where I was talking about, closing doesn't stem from the actual product of $1,500. Closing stems from a relationship and trust. See, remember my thing, right? You can't close if you don't know how to handle objections. You can't handle objections if you didn't present the product. You can't present the product if you don't know what the client wants more of and what they want less of. You can't figure out what a client wants more of and what they want less of unless you ask them the right questions. They won't answer your questions truthfully unless they trust you and you built a relationship with them. So that's a cycle, right? Now it's like, Daniel, it's so hard for me to close. No. It's not. It's just that you gave up after they said, see, maybe you don't suck at closing. Maybe you just give up 2 times when they say no to you 2 times. Or maybe you're great at handling objections, just that you're not presenting to enough people, or you don't know how to present correctly. Or maybe you know how to present correctly, but you just don't give a shit about them and you haven't asked enough questions to what they care about. So you don't know actually how much they want to make inside of the business. So why is that important? Why is knowing how much somebody wants, or what do they want out of their skin or their hair or their products or other cases? I know I'm going into opportunity in business for a second, but this is just important in regular selling, because every data and ammunition that I grab from a client when I'm in the questioning phase of having a one-on-one consultation with them is used towards my ammunition in a close, because that's talking to somebody and not at somebody. Daniel, give me an example. This is what I mean. So if somebody says, Daniel, if I ask somebody, hey, Janelle, in the next 6 months, how much would you like to be making inside of our business? And she says, oh, I would love to be making $2,500 a month. It would be amazing. Nice. What would you do with the extra $2,500 a month? So now I want to see where the funds are going to be allocated, because I give a shit. I'm not just going to ask a question to ask a question. Hey, what would you do with the extra $2,500 a month? Oh, Daniel, I would do I would do. Oh, okay, amazing, love it. Would any of that money go back into your business to grow and scale the business? I just kind of want to better understand. This is you actually giving a shit, by the way. This going a little bit deep with your questions. Okay, amazing, nice. Why is that important to know what your client wants more of? Because when you're closing somebody, maybe you're just saying, so are you ready to get started? But the person that actually gave a shit about somebody is saying, hey, Jenna, yes. Hey, listen, are you ready to move forward and start, maybe having a little bit of financial freedom to even get to that $2,500 a month? Are you ready to start making $2,500 a month and move towards, you having a couple extra vacations, start making an online business so you can free up your time? You ready to move forward? So watch. Mine is strategical and has empathy. The other person is just, are you ready to get started? The other one was, hey, by the way, I just listened to you 5 minutes ago. I told you I know exactly what you wanted, and I said it in my close. The other one was, hey, are you ready to get started? Mine was, hey, by the way, I listened to you, which by the way is that people are not buying your products. They're buying you. First, they need to trust you. And by the way, listening elicits the highest sense of trust. So I just showed subconsciously that I was listening to you, which builds trust subconsciously. So when you thought, oh, they don't believe, no, they didn't believe in you. It's not that they don't believe in the company. They just didn't believe in you. You are the messenger. They didn't believe in you because you didn't listen. You can't tell somebody, trust me, this is the best program. No, nobody listens to you. Trust is built on a subconscious level. Trust is built by using somebody else's words 10 minutes later, but that's subconscious. That's not conscious. You can't tell somebody, trust me, oh my God, this business, you should see it works. No, that's conscious. Nobody trusts that. Nobody will trust that. Like, it's like a guy telling me, trust me, I'm not like the other guys. Okay, nice. Try another one. That one's not the best one. Okay, you've heard it because you're like, oh shit, yeah, it's true. When somebody says that, that's like bullshit. Show me the action. So if trust stems from empathy, think of what I'm saying, because I'm reverse engineering for all the ladies on the call. I'm like, hey, why don't you ask more questions? Why don't you listen? And why don't you show your client that you were listening in the conversation and use that within your close? So you can use that to number one, show that you're listening. Number two, show that, hey, who wants to move backwards? Watch what I just did here. I'm like, hey, by the way, when would you want to move forward with the business to, start having a little bit of financial freedom, to scale your time, start going on the vacations that you want to start, going on, and start making an extra additional, maybe $2,500, $3,500 a month. If we start putting in some work, when would you want to move forward with something like that? How weird would it be if somebody said, no, I want to move backwards. I don't want to move forward. No, I don't want to get started on making 25. No, I don't want to get started on making vacations. No, I don't want to get started on running an online business and scaling it out. Now just translate that into products. Hey, how soon would you start to how soon would you want to, have hair, but just use it and just get creative. Because it's almost like you're pinning the client to be, well, yeah, kind of be stupid for me to answer. No, I'd like to move backwards. Literally said this last week. I was saying this all week. I'm like, just use their language and use it back to them in the close. All right. So let's go back into the upselling for a second. So objections. So on the upsells, wait. On the upsells, let's stick on the upsells. So what did I say on the upsells? Give them a power of recommendation, number one. Number two, if it is your first week or it's your first month or if it's your first 60 days inside of the business and you don't have testimonials, nice. There's millions inside of the company. The easiest way to leverage gain credibility is just leverage other people's credibility. It's the easiest way. You're not alone. I wish some people understood this. Like, you are not alone. You have so many stories. Don't again, team, own the fucking confidence here. Stop it. Look millions and millions and millions of fucking people inside of the business. Look how many people it helped. Those are all the stories that you're leveraging. I got into medical device sales at the age of 21. I even have a suit that fit me. Credible? I dropped out of university, didn't have a biomedical degree, lied to get inside of the medical device sales job, had no medical experience, didn't know anything about patient handling care solutions because that was one of my products. Didn't know anything about that. So how am I credible? I didn't have facial hair. I leveraged my company. I wasn't the message, I was the messenger. I just leveraged my company. So if you're going back into your business, it's like, hey, how am I leveraging maybe my uplines clients results that's constantly posting that? How am I what are the stories that I'm using? Am I using stories when I'm reaching out, or I'm just reaching out to reach out? Hey, listen, there's an upsell one. Hey, listen, by the way, Kayla, I remember last week you were telling me, or I remember from our last conversation that we had when I signed you up as a VIP, you were telling me how much your hair, blah, blah, or how much this is important to you. There's a woman inside of the business that was experiencing send over, show that you care about the business. Send it over an email once you follow up with them, maybe right before. Get strategical with it. Get like your follow-up has to get strategic. Hey, by the way, I also sent it over in your email so you can check your email. People want to work with people that know where they're headed and that are professional. So if you ever think something is too much, wait. If you ever think something is too much, again, you have not sold yourself on the business. If you think sending an email and then boom, hitting them up on a voice note is like too much, and then again, you don't believe in the business. If you think, remember I said last week on a live, I'm like, if you feel like, remember a human touch. And when you're done a conversation with somebody, follow up is the number one thing. How do you follow up on a conversation? So most people that don't have belief inside of their business, this is what they do. Angela, can't wait to chat with you next Friday. I can't wait for you to sign up and you wish and pray that Angela's going to sign up as a VIP next Friday. Well, Angela between Monday and Friday has life and you're thinking about Angela. Angela's not thinking about you. Let's just keep it real. Kids, husband, work, she ain't thinking about your products. You think she's thinking about your products. She's not. Sorry to get real. Let's keep it real for a second. She is not going to bed every single night and be like, can't wait to sign up as a VIP. If she really wanted it that bad, she'd probably do it right there and then. No, Daniel, no. This is the reality of it. She has life. This is your business. This is not her business. We know how much the products are great. She hasn't. We've been drinking the Kool-Aid. She hasn't. We know how great the business is. She doesn't know. She doesn't care. She has life. How are you getting emotional? So now watch. If you don't feel like you're worth a multi-million-dollar business, like truly and honestly worth a 7-figure business, then you will never have the discipline to follow up correctly with your clients after you're done a conversation. You will never have the discipline to send off a video and say, hey, Janet, it was so nice chatting with you today. By the way, I'm going to put together a whole list of things where I had different clients and different people that had your exact same skincare problems, exact same hair care problems. I'm going to put that together. If there's anything in the meantime of us meeting on Friday or you can't make the meeting, just let me know. Anyways, love you, girl. Have an amazing weekend. Bye, whatever you guys want to say. Have an amazing weekend. I'll touch base with you on Friday just to make sure you're good on. I'll touch base with you on Wednesday just to make sure you're good on Friday. Enjoy your weekend with your husband. Bye. If you are not, wait. Now you're like, well, Dan, that might be a little bit too. If you're not sending those off, maybe you don't have the discipline inside. You don't need motivation. You need more discipline inside the business. You need to do that. You need to care. You need to listen to them and send them off a video. You want to know why? Because people feel more now I'm upping my relationship with Angela. The more I up my relationship and the more I do and the more I care, the more Angela feels like she needs to meet me on Friday. The less influence and the less rapport and the less relationship I have with Angela, the easier it is for Angela to ghost me. The more I do, the more I care, the more I generally treat my business like a friend, the more she will feel like, hey, you know what? I can't ghost this person. And by the way, since there's so many online businesses, you just going the extra mile will always fucking stick out than 99% of people inside of your company. Because 99% of the people inside of the company will not have the discipline to do things that actually treat it like a 7-figure business. If this was regular brick and mortar 7-figure, would you? Yeah, you would have to do all these things, follow up this. So just do it. You will stick out and people like to be led. It's never too much. Like being professional, everybody wants to work with somebody that is professional, that goes the extra mile, that stands out from it. I'm waiting for somebody to go the extra mile with me. Personally, to me, I'm like, hey, show me why you're different than anybody else. Remember when I said the whole 3 subconscious things when somebody's deciding to buy from you or partner up with you is the first one was, how'd you find me? The second one is, why am I important? The third one is like, now, dude, what are you going to do better than every fucking guy that's hit me up? Translate it back into the business. Do you know how many people hit up the girl or guy for an opportunity of business or products? Millions. So what are you doing inside of the business just to up the level of intimacy with your clients and relationship with your clients to make them feel like they're already a part of you? What are you doing to show that you're a professional? Okay. So Angela's like, I'm sending you a thank you gift. But yeah, this is real. Like I really, look what I just made. Wait, 1 sec, please. This bottle's half empty because I've been drinking tonight. But check this out. Look, what does that say? It's a bottle of rosé. It says from the world-class sales agency. Okay. Shit, I sent this off. Who doesn't want to drink a beautiful bottle of champagne from the world-class sales agency? Now, every fucking time you drink that bottle of champagne, you're thinking about me. I'm popping it, whatever the case. I need to do extra things. Nobody go like it. Don't wait for the handout inside of your business. This is the problem. When things are good inside of a business, everybody's winning. So when quarantine's good, everybody's fucking ranking up in quarantine. But that's not built a business of preparation and creativity. That's just built a business of looking up and doing whatever's working right now. Let me just do it. But how about when things aren't going so good? How about when people have to go back to their work? What have you done more than the person right and left to you? No, what have you done more? Just look left and right. Fuck, I've been doing the same shit. And then I get the call, Daniel, why is my business? You want to know why? Because when shit's good, everything's fucking good. But how about when shit hits the fan? How have you stood out from everybody in the marketplace? I knew this was going to happen. I knew the whole network marketing, online business, e-com, I knew it was going to take a hit. The moment when shit got back to normal, people had to get on with their lives and people had to go back to work. And now the ones that were actually creative, the ones that can actually stay consistent are the ones that always pop out. Yes, and I know if some people are like, it's weird the way the game works, right? It's like, we are all family, okay? We're all family. This is how it works. It's like you're part of a team, right? So you're like, okay, this is my community, this is family. But at the same time, this is gonna be the hard truth, is when you look left and you look right, this is also a sport. And it's not a sport of saying like, oh my God, I wish you don't win it. It's a sport of saying like, hey, listen, I'm gonna do the most. I'm gonna do the most. Nobody's gonna outwork me. I'm gonna try to, doesn't matter, fuck the upline, sideline, downline. You're in your own lane. Hey, I'm gonna constantly just fucking do the most. More than anybody around, I'm constantly gonna do the most. Don't care if it's my first week in business, don't care if it's I'm always gonna do the most. Eventually the universe is gonna take care of me. I'm constantly gonna give it my best. I'm gonna be the most creative. Eventually the universe, I'm never gonna lose. Nobody is ever, when I got inside of my business, I was the youngest person to start doing my business. I said this, I'm like, okay, I am just going to stay more consistent than everybody else. Eventually people fucking fall off. That's it. Eventually people fall off. So when I'm not getting likes, I'm going to stay consistent. When I'm not getting views, I'm going to stay consistent. Because in the process of people not getting views, they fell off. So if I just keep staying consistent, eventually something's going to fucking have to happen. And I said, it's just like a sport. Remember when I said, it's like you can't go in and say like, oh my God, I think this person's going to do more. No. Show that you put in more reps inside of the gym. There's no fighter that goes inside of a fight at a press conference and says, so yeah, you know, I'm just a little bit scared. You know, this person out-trained me at the gym. No, they go into the fucking fight and say, hey, I'm gonna rip your head off. Now, sorry, I know this is, you're like, oh my God, Monet, we're not about that. I get it, I know. But I'm trying to make the concept clear. If it's like, hey, listen, sometimes you gotta have this friendly competition. I tell my guys inside of the office, I'm like, you know how you guys compete with yeses? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you guys all compete with yeses. I'm like, your brain's all fucked up. I have a sales floor. And they're like, why? I'm like, instead of competing off this egotistical end result thing of a yes, I'm like, if you chase more no's, the person that gets more no's is always going to win the business. So you could, instead of being like, dude, how many deals did you close today? You should just go up to them and be like, hey, how many no's did you get today? Oh, you got 17 no's? I got 85. I'm going to beat you. Have a good day. I'm eventually win. You probably got lucky with that 17 no's. So it's like somebody's trying to chase the yes, but why are you trying to chase fast results? I'd rather chase like, fuck, this shit's hard, but at least I'm preparing myself. 85 no's, eventually I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna get more yeses. I'm gonna strike out a lot more times. Maybe you just got lucky. You got 2 yeses, but eventually the 85 no's, 85 no's, 85 no's, 85 no's, eventually, like I posted a fucking post. It was amazing. This was 2 days ago. I said, success is not visible. It's completely like invisible. Nobody can see it. It's not visible. Like nobody could see it in the beginning stages, but most people quit because it's not visible. So you're never born. Nobody's ever going to tell you like success is not visible because you think it's visible. So you think you got to get outer world results. You think your back office has to constantly increase 24/7. But as long as you take care of the business and you take care of your numbers and you do everything, it's not visible. How do you, like, this is what I mean by that. If you're doing a live stream and a sale doesn't come out and you did 18 live streams and your mentor told you to go message this many people and you did all these live streams and you're still not getting results, and you're like, fuck this, the business doesn't work. Yeah, you lost because you thought the business was visible in the beginning stages. Actually, anytime you want something more, it's going to be more invisible and it's going to show you less attention. So it's more like, okay, so you thought you're not winning, but what you didn't see is how much better you got to talk. What you didn't know is that subconsciously how much better you got about talking about your products. What you didn't know is that you're buying a token of trust and you're giving a token of trust to all your audience that's watching till you crumble. And then you haven't crumbled after 8 weeks. And now they're like, I'm a little bit interested. So as you thought it was completely not working, maybe you've just been building trust with your marketplace over the last 8 weeks, which is probably one of the main components of business. Because I said it's not visible. And I held on to this concept. Like when I started, nothing was visible. Money wasn't visible. I left a well-paying, almost reaching 7 figures a year in my medical sales job. Left it when I was 24. Completely got slapped for the first 8 months of my life. Nothing was happening. And I'd always look and I'm like, what the fuck? Like nobody's hitting me up. Nobody wants to book me for this. Nobody wants to hire my salespeople. I'm trying to start this agent. Nothing's happening. And then I said, I have to build trust with my marketplace. I shouldn't bank on something wanting to be like somebody asked me, they're like, man, you know, when you start getting, I'm like, why do you want quick results? Why do you want quick results? Sometimes you got to own that it's a slow process. So in that process, you're just getting prepared that when there's a fucking crash, you know how to deal with it. You're building up all the internal, so in the beginning stages, I just want to let you guys know it is a completely internal game and you got to own that because most people quit off that because they quit because they think it's very visible. Now, I'm going to give you guys a kicker to this. With hard work and giving everybody blessings around you, yeah, it does happen. It happens sometimes in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. That's just the way it works. When you give good energy and you're not holding on to something that is so fucking visible, you got good faith, you got good energy, you planted the seed, nobody else sees the seed growing, but you know it's growing, but they still can't see it blooming, but you see it blooming a little bit. That's when it happens. And all you're focused on is this. Instead of focusing on an end number, you're just focusing on giving more, doing more, and becoming better. That's it. And then success starts some way coming in. And when somebody wins, you bless that somebody. And you know, oh, why her? How is she an AED? I started at the same. Why are you questioning it? That's not your problem. That's not your job is to do this. Hey, you know what? Fuck. It happened for that girl because that was the right time at the right moment. It was supposed to happen. I'm just going to keep going. Hey, you know what? How are you going to remember when I said in a video, when I said, how are you going to say you want to make $18,000 a month and a girl that started the business with you at the exact same time made $18,000 a month and you're still at $87 a month? How are you going to say you want abundance at $18,000 a month? And the moment she gets 18,000, you're like, fuck, why her? And now you start calling your upline. You're like, what did she do? Why are you being so negative? Bless it. That's it. You can't say you want one thing and then when somebody gets it, you negate it in your own thought process. Hey, dude, you know what? This person, I don't give a shit. I'm a blessed competitor, bless it. Good for them. I want them to do it. If I want more money, I got to bless people making money. If I want a beautiful wife, kids, marriage, okay, I can't look at them and be like, oh, fuck that. No, hey, that's freaking lovely. Amazing for you guys. You can't say you want one thing, then block it. And not even from a verbal communication standpoint with your team. Watch how you get lost in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce. That's the end result of you spreading, talking shit about X, Y, Z. This happens in business. It's from a thought. This is just when you say, oh, why did she get it? Or why is that team doing that? That's because you thought something. So monitor the thought first. What's the thought of somebody get somebody before you? How do you think about it? If your thought process is like, why her? Stop the thought right there. Stop it. Why not me? Stop the thought. Control it. Right? No blocking what you bless. Like you bless what you want more of inside of the business, right? Shit, how did I get on this topic? Anyways, where we at right now? So talking about upsells, conversations. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's let me just go through this horizontal one more time inside of business, right? So you got this close inside of business. It's super easy. It's super easy to close, right? if you're great at dealing with objections. It's going to be difficult to close if you're not good at dealing with objections. And by the way, team, I would love if there's leaders on this call to stop allowing your downline to generalize what they suck at. Like most people be like, fuck, I suck at this business. I don't allow my people to say that. There's nobody inside of my sales company that says, man, I just don't know if I'm good at it. Where do you suck? Don't generalize the business. Okay, let's look at it. Maybe you don't suck at closing. Maybe you suck at posting. I'm not good at social media. No, you posted once every 7 months. Probably are great. Just haven't posted enough. You're not good at social media? No, actually, I'll go layers deep with my people. Watch. I'm not good at posting on social media. Nope. You give a shit about what people think about you. Don't fuck around with me. Don't play this game. Not that you're not good at social media. There's something a little bit, there's a layer deep. It's you care about what Uncle Sam thinks about you when you post. It's not that you're not good at social media. Are you sure? Me and you are talking right now. That's all you got to do on social media. So maybe you care if somebody heard about this. So maybe you care about somebody else's opinion. Maybe that's why you're not good at social media. Why are you letting people generalize what they're not good at inside of the business? You can't just say you're not good at network. Do you know how many components are in network marketing? Do you know how many so many people like they once they figure out like the leak in the boat, they go nuts. But nobody, again, oh, by the way, one more time, if you don't feel like you're worth $100,000 a month, you will never look at your business as a horizontal. You will never go back to your business and say, I know I keep going back on this if you don't feel like you're worth this. Because if you don't feel like you're worth it, you're never going to do actions inside of your business that equate for you to getting $100,000 a month. So you will never go on your whiteboard, write a line and be like, where the fuck do I suck? And then when you go horizontal, then you go vertical. Like getting honest. You don't need to have, this is such a great self-exercise. Fuck your coach. You don't need them. Watch. You will and this is why I said, forget the book. Somebody asked me a book recommendation. It was on one of I said, forget the books. You will learn so much off yourself for 1 second. You will find your leads. You are a smart individual. This is not algebra. This is not calculus. You just haven't taken the time to internally reverse engineer what you're struggling with. The next time you go to your mentor, go to them with a specific problem. Don't go to them with a general problem. Your mentor wants specific fucking problems, and that's where they want to work with you. Man, I'm having a bad day. No, you're not having a bad month. Why? Give me the real problem. I need a pen out here. So best exercise, horizontal out your business. This is how many people I want inside of my business. This is how much money I want to make inside of my business. Okay, what's my GV, DV, PV? Okay, I'm gonna horizontal GV, PV, DV, right? Now I'm gonna see, okay, wait, hold up. PV is great. I'm fucking great at sales. GV, it's a little bit weak. Okay, why is my group volume a little bit weak? Let me horizontal a group volume. What am I doing? How do my calls look like? What are my people saying? How does my energy look like? How's the community look like? What are we doing? What assignments have I given? How much role play have we done? Huh? How much role play have you done? What? So you won't role play inside of your business. If you don't feel, you guys are in direct sales, right? Everybody here is in direct sales. So everybody here on the call is in direct sales. Direct sales. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's, I got a product, I'm selling you another product, direct selling. So you're in sales. Second word is sales, right? Just like how fucking Jack's a beast at selling. My Nana, a beast at selling. Give her a product, she's fucking excited to sell it. Not even just because of like, it's like, she's like, wow, this is how the economy thrives. This is how I thrive off sales. Everything will be taken care of on the back end. Your company is so great. Great customer service. Probably one of the best corporate teams in all of fucking network marketing. And I've trained, by the way, every single network marketing company that you guys can think of, all the people that you hate, love, inside, train them all over the last 2 years. Monet gives everything to everybody. Product launches, like next level. You don't know, you guys don't even understand sometimes. You look at your guys' product launches, you don't even know how good y'all got it. And I'm saying this from a fucking guy that trains 7 teams last week, all different companies. A trading company, a skincare company, a health shake company. Products next to none. Leadership next to fucking none. What more do you want? So wait. Now, all Ray is telling you guys to do is sell. I'll take care of the rest. Go do this. I'm going to take care of everything. You want a new product? Got you. SCD is bugging his ass. Boom. He pops out the product. And it's fucking great. And it's not weak. I use all the products. And I switched all the products. I used to use, so wait, why am I saying this? It's because I'm saying it like this. Watch. I said you're in direct sales. And I talked about role play. So why is your GV a little bit weak? You have a team you need to build. Group volume's not selling. The volume's not selling. What's happening here? Maybe they don't know how to sell. How many times have you role played? One-on-one, team calls, got your girl's confidence. You're in sales. Start treating it like a business. Okay, let me chunk out. This is what I'm going to do to my leaders. And I'm going to chunk them out. There's going to be 4 calls this week. I'm going to have 4 people on this call, 7 people on this call, 3 people on that call, and 2 people on that call. And I'm going to do a section of role play this week. Why would I do a section of role play? Well, because success is not a visible thing. So success sometimes just stems from a confidence issue. Maybe your girl's not selling because she doesn't know. Do you know how many times when you role play with your ladies inside of the business and guys inside of the business, you'd be like, what the fuck are you saying in a DM? Holy shit, you've been saying that? And then, so look, Andrew's like, I role played last week. And then you give recognition towards role play instead of recognition towards ranks. And then it's like everybody recognizes somebody when they hit a rank. So now that's the standard, right, inside of a company. I'm so proud of Jenna. She is now at MMM. So why didn't you recognize how Jenna has completely shifted as an individual in the last month, having nothing to do without money? And that's a point of recognition, because success is not visible. So you as a leader, if you're constantly recognizing just off of money, then that's what your community is based off of. And now you're never recognizing the intangibles inside of business. You want to get people excited to be better. So if you could just get on a story and say, hey, team, by the way, I just wanted to say something before anything about my business. There's this lady that joined my business. Her name is Jenna. She joined my business about 3.5 weeks ago. Jenna has never been in business. She didn't know how to do anything in terms of sales and social selling. In the last 3.5 weeks, Jenna, by the way, this is to you, but I want to show you off to the fucking world because I'm so proud of you. In the last 3.5 weeks, she is like a whole new freaking individual. She has a whole team by herself right now. They're on calls 24/7. She's a fucking professional. I'm so excited to see where she's going to be at. But I just want to let you know publicly that I'm so fucking proud of you. Love you. Bye. Done. That becomes a standard. Now people want to get better. When people want to get better and do more role play, that just translates. Like I want to recognize people just sounding better. You know, I go on Instagram live streams with people and somebody asks me a question. I'm like, fuck the question, let's role play. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, why don't we just role play what you're doing? Tell me what you're doing. A little bit nervous. I'm like, don't worry about who's on the live stream. You and I, we're having a conversation. So she starts role playing. I'm like, let's do it one more time. Says the second time. I'm like, hey, this is what I would do. I would say this, this, and this. Let's do it a third time. She says it a third time, the way she presents the business. I said, you sound like a fucking rock star and it's only been 17 minutes. You're good. You don't need me anymore. Now go do that with your best friend and role play with your best friend and get an action buddy. Present the business. Have you role played an op call 15 times? No. Maybe you should do it. You don't practice your game 7 winning shot on a customer. LeBron doesn't do that. He doesn't go into the game 7 and be like, all right, let me just practice this fadeaway jumper right now, game 7. He's done it 5 million times in the gym. What's different inside of business? Just do it inside of business, right? It's like, hey, if you got a presentation, maybe you should role play it. Maybe you're talking too much. Maybe now you're looking, fuck, I can go on for this forever. Now let's look at the business. Maybe you're weak at presenting. You love your product, but maybe you're an extrovert and that fucks you inside of the business. Introverts, you're going to love this. Us extroverts, the ones that are we get fucked. You want to know why? Because we like the sound of our own voice, but prospects don't. So now we start talking because we're so hyped up about the business, right? So now we're like, oh my God. So when you talk for 15 minutes and this is all the client did. Okay, nice, cool. And you're like, and then you look back at your conversation. They said 2 words and you said 50 million. You're never going to sell the person. So now you got to ask yourself, oh shit, am I extroverted? How many points did I discuss inside of my business? Did I discuss 10 or did I discuss 3? Remember years back, I used to say nobody learns in 10. Everybody learns in 3s. All my students on the call know that I'm about to say everybody learns in 3s. So did you present your business into 15 different models? It's simple. But if you role play with your girls, this is how it should be presented. Guys, discuss network marketing in 3 different points. How we get paid. Discuss product and why people fucking love Monet in 3 different points. That's it. Client has more questions, let them ask. But if you talk about 10, nobody remembers 10. But if you get good at 3, people remember how good you are. You just got to get good at a little few. Hey, Jenna, by the way, listen, so when you join our business, there's 3 ways that you can join our business. Do you mind if I just explain to you really quickly, just so that way you better understand? That way, when you think about it, you could think about which way you want to join the business. Is it cool if I just dive into it for a quick 2.5 seconds? Yes, amazing. Watch what I also did with Jenna. I said that way, when you want time to think about it, I made it seem like Jenna doesn't have to buy on the call today. Because if you show everybody that they have to buy on the call today, right? If you show everybody that they have to buy on the call today, then nobody wants to buy on the call. You have to give people the exit. That way, when you want to think about it, you have 3 things to really think of. Hey, number 1, you can come inside of the business, and you could completely come inside of the business, and you could just become a customer. Just like you were to, so by the way, this just works. Remember the car dealership thing I said? It works in 1, 2, 3. So you can come in, you could buy the car, you could love Honda, drive the car, and that's it. Or, right, that's one thing. And by the way, our business, and you guys have to know this. Do you guys know your stats inside of your company? I think Upper Office just put out a stat, and I was fucking shocked. It was like 80% of the business is from customers. Do you know how insane that is in the network marketing? Again, because I'm everywhere, I messaged one of my friends. I'm like, Jess, that's crazy. I'm like, that's amazing. Do you know how many customers you guys have inside of the business compared to every network? Dude, they're like, I think it was like something percent, like 70, high 70s, 80s are customers. So I'm going to say that to Kelsey. Hey, Kelsey, by the way, you could come inside the business. You could drive the car, love the car, buy the car, and use it. And by the way, literally 70 to 80% of the people, I've done that for the last 1.5 years before I even decided to partner up with the company. I love the products, use the products, fell in love with the products. And what I started to do naturally is I started recommending them, and I started to never get paid on them because I didn't know the other business model. And the other business model is like this. I love Honda, I buy Honda, but I also start selling Honda, and now I get paid. So now you become the salesperson of the dealership. You just become the salesperson at the dealership. Same thing in our business. You love the products, you take the products, and you could sell them, and that's what direct sales is. I'm explaining direct sales. Watch how I break down direct sales and network marketing. And that's exactly what direct sales is. You love the products, and you start selling the products, and you get paid a commission. That's what direct selling is. So we're in direct sales. Now, we have a component within direct sales, which is called network marketing. And this is the 3rd component. The 3rd component is this. You love product, you take product, you share product, you get paid on product. You love Honda, you drive Honda, you sell Honda, you get paid on Honda. But then you have a Honda dealership full of other reps, and they sell Honda, and you get paid on Honda. And that's just like network marketing. You love our products, you're going to take them, you're going to love them. The moment you start buying our products, you're going to love them. You take them, you use them. Once you start using the products, once you start falling in love with the products, maybe you start recommending them, you start getting paid on the products, and now you want to take it to the next level. Now you want to get into the beast of network marketing, and all that means is now you build out a team, and when that team sells a product, you get paid in one way, shape, or form or another with some sort of compensation inside of our business. And our business pays us a lot of money is because we don't work like any other traditional business. We don't spend billions on billboard ads. We don't spend millions in print ads. We spend millions inside and billions with our direct sales reps. And we are able to pay our reps because we are the affiliates and the reps for the company. Our CEO is able to pay us such high freaking commissions, not just for yourself, but for your team. So that's the network marketing component. So 1 is I'm going to build my team, the empire. 2 is I just want to sell it, which is completely fine. Some people don't want to build out a team, but you want to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month. That's completely fine. There's so many people inside of the business that do it part-time and fucking love it. And by the way, there's a huge chunk that just freaking love the products, take the products, and never want to sell it. And that's completely fine. Let me ask you a question. Kelly, yes, Daniel. Hey, if you were to join the business, what do you see yourself doing? Do you see yourself just today, like when you join today, what do you see yourself doing? Do you just want to buy the products today? Would you want to buy the products and start recommending them right away and start getting paid the moment you fall in love with them? Or do you feel like you're just a fucking go-getter? You're going to try the products. The moment you try the products, you're going to sell the products, and you want to start making that residual income. When people start selling it, you start getting paid. Which one of the 3 are you more leaning towards? That way I better understand so we can customize something for you. Honestly, like, yeah, like I'm just super excited. I love to try the perfect. I was like that too. If your phone put me on speaker, I'll walk you through the whole process, and then boom, walk them through the process. Now, I'll tell you why that's important. For some people, like, this guy's crazy. That's what a confused mind cannot buy a product. There's 2 things as to why people don't buy. Watch the layers of not buying from you or not buying from me. I don't trust this person and I'm confused. But if you do those two things, sales is easy. So watch, maybe I trust Sierra selling me a product, but she's just fucking confusing. I can't buy it. I trust her, she's just fucking confusing. Yo, team, wait. Think of all your sales right now. All your friends, genuinely at the highest level, may love you. The only reason why they're not buying is because they're fucking confused. So maybe it's not, I'm not, the product isn't this, is this? No. Either you don't have a level of trust or you have a level of trust and they're just confused. A confused mind cannot buy, a confused mind cannot take action, a confused mind cannot sell. Impossible. You want to know why people don't get results inside of the business? Why? And this is the argument I have. Every single director I have an argument with. And everybody wants to fight with me on this. Every single company. You want to know why? Because your people don't know how they get paid. No, that's not, nope. Confused mind can't sell. If your people don't know how to get paid and they really haven't studied how they're getting paid, they're not going to sell. They're confused. Yeah. So what does that mean? Maybe you got to have fucking comp plan training 14 times. If I don't know how I'm getting paid, I don't understand how a uni level system, I got to fucking understand it. A confused mind, wait. No, because some leaders are like, no, how do you expect somebody to sell somebody else on a business and they don't even know the fucking business? They fucking love it. They're just confused. They're confused. It's not that they're not good. They just don't understand the concept of direct sales, the concept of network marketing, and the concept of their comp plan. And when they understand all those three things, they will fucking jump off mountaintops yelling about the business. There's no better in the fucking world comp plan than network marketing. No better in the world. There's no better. I built out an affiliate sales business that is not even network marketing. And it doesn't even come close to a network marketing business. Doesn't come close. Does it? But if you knew, why do you think I get so fired up when I train direct sales reps, network marketers? I'm like, yo, it's endless, but you guys you can't tap into it. But when you can tap into it, when you're like, holy fuck, this is a beast. Actuarial science people have designed the compensation plans for you guys to get paid like insane amounts of money. The most smartest people in the world that design insurance plans have designed compensation plans for it to become a beast. And within your company, when you win, like when you really win with your comp plan, when you win heavy. You like when you could really tap into it, when you win heavy. You just got to study it a little bit more. So maybe where don't I understand this business? Where am I a little bit lacking? And this is a conversation to have with yourself, but it's also a conversation to have from a leadership perspective. I know I went all off on a fucking tangent, but design pumpkin pies or world-class sales agency bottles, go the extra mile inside of business. And yeah, team, I love you guys. Angela, love you. Oh, by the way, wait, team, one more time. If you guys live anywhere in North America, so if you live in Europe, it's completely fine. I know Australians aren't on the call right now. I want to see every single person at my event on December 9th in Miami. Please, mean the world to me. Sales are like fucking, the ticket is dirt cheap. If you live somewhere else, the flight is going to be more expensive than the ticket. I can promise you that, okay? The link is in my bio. My name is Daniel G. That's it. So the link is in my bio. Just click it, grab a ticket. I want to see everybody there. Angela's coming out with her husband. Maybe, I don't know if Glenda's coming out, but I would love to see Polina's coming out. Team, every single person, please grab a ticket. I would love to see you guys there. I got so many amazing friends speaking at the event. My good friend Veronica speaking at the event. Maybe you guys know her, Veronica Bayona. I know Angela was just doing a live with her. So Veronica speaking at the event, Emily Vavra speaking at the event, Jesse Lee speaking at the event, John Malott, a founder of another network marketing company, speaking at the event. He's going to be talking about leadership. Like Emily and Jesse alone have built a team of over 500,000 individuals around the world in the last 10 years of network marketing. Jesse Lee has got shit on from old company. Like, you guys should hear the stories that my speakers are about to talk about. It's going to be phenomenal. And I'm going to extract so much information. And I promise you guys, this is not an event where I need you guys to like levitate and like manifest. I just want to give you guys an event where you guys can take some shit home the next day, use it, apply to make more money inside of the business. That's it. I'm jam-packing one day. It's like from 11 to 7 o'clock in Miami on December 9th. It's one day, like 10 speakers, 30 minutes back to back. I'm like cramming it. You guys are going to be, okay? Everybody get a ticket. Angela, I love you. Leaders that shared the call, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in Miami very shortly, okay? Love you guys. And go to bed at nighttime. Last thing, Well, of course, everybody has to go to bed. Go to bed at nighttime and resell yourself on your business and do that thing every single night. And do the self-work, just self-work. What are the thoughts that are going inside of my head that are dictating my business? I will never outperform the person that I think I am. If Daniel does not feel like he is worth a sold out event, the moment the event starts getting close to selling out, it's going to kick me back down because I did not feel like I was worth a sold out fucking event. So if I did not feel like I was worth a sold out event, if I start getting remotely close, 800 tickets, 900 tickets, 980 tickets, hey, Dan, you're not worth it. Remember. And then a hater's going to distract me. Some drama is going to distract me. Team, do the self-work. Do you feel like you're worth the number? You will never outperform the person that you think you are inside of your own head. The temperature thermometer will kick you back down. And then when you feel like you're worth it, ask the goal, is the goal even worth me? Because you're a human being. And you are capable of anything. So is the goal even worth you? And that's when you tap into a whole nother thing. You're human. If I could do it, you could do it. I'm the dropout kid, okay? The dropout kid, still can't type on Instagram. Okay, got D's throughout of all of high school. Parents broke up when I was young, went from middle class to lower middle class. Family completely abandoned me when I dropped out. I got into college, dropped out, and I found a way for myself in the last 8 years by just working hard and staying consistent. I wasn't the most experienced. I wasn't the most smart inside of my business. Okay. And I show up every single day. It doesn't matter how good this call was, team. It doesn't matter how good of a month that you guys had last month. It doesn't matter what the fuck you guys ranked up in 3 months ago. You're just as good as yesterday. And that's just the plain sight of business. People will love you for one day, but if you can't show up the next, we're just as good as our last paycheck. So keep the baby mentality. I don't care how good this call was. I got to show up the next day and do an even fucking better call internally. That call was great, but I got to beat yesterday. Nobody cares how much you can make. Nobody cares about the one good live. Do it again. That's when people start seeing shit. This person never stops. They're continuously beating what they did yesterday. And then you just have this habit of discipline. That's all I focused on. I didn't focus on any of the past traumas, anything, all these events that happened in my life. Daniel, how do you just become better than yesterday? That's it. Eventually the marketplace will recognize you. Become so good that people can't fucking notice you. Post so much that people can't help not to fucking notice you. There's this one girl that I follow. Her name's Stormy. Network marketer. Fucking posted 18 times yesterday. 1.8. That's it. Talk all this. 1.8. Multi-millionaire, #1 income earner in all of probably network marketing right now. Probably in the top 5. Posted 18 times. She's making 7 figures a month. She posted 18 times yesterday. 18. I'm like, Dan, step it the fuck up. Anyways, team, love you guys. I got to go December 9th. Okay. Holy shit. Angela, thanks again. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.